and rapper Papoose being in some sort of secret relationship where he's still married to Remy Ma. She put some stuff out on the internet. Did he?
It ain't no thing. Oh, I want him and he's married to you. It's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever. Right? He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home. That's not what happened.
Because that relationship was already over.
That was already over.
Okay.
So now that's their privacy, and they didn't do that. But she's out with this guy, parading around, whatever. So everybody knew that she was with this guy already. So it was a private situation and a private understanding of what was going on.
Papoose was a good man from what I seen. I wish I had a good man like Papoose. Women now want Papoose back. And he done moved in away from her. Now she gotta play the hand that she picked. That man waited for her like she was in jail.
In recent times, was not ready for this work. She said it's natural. She don't have it. Probably not like talking about fighting. Sometimes people need get hands put on stuff. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite events.
I am wondering, what would it take? How much money would it take for you to jump in the ring with Remy Ma? Just what? Really? She thinks you're not. What? Your ex was telling? Oh my God.
So at this point, you get down with nothing to do with whatever else. It's just that part of that part there is just like you didn't tell me that. Why would you do that? You know, you should have came to me like shit.
Hello, Barbara. This is. And you ain't too hard to know about her. Oh, no. It's hard to know about Hello, Barbara. This is shit. It's more thing like.
With the fervor of a protective big brother, Kirk Frost made the decision to intervene right away following Remy and shocked the entertainment business by sharing on social media the details of Papa's purported liaison with champion Claressa Shields. He did not intend to conceal anything from you, and I can guarantee you that he had receipts. For those of you who want a thorough explanation, Kirk Frost defended Papoose and commended his grace and dignity before racing to the scene as the young Kirk was just getting started. Because of her hip-hop, he even went so far as to name Remy poisonous in front of her, exposing the fact that she was truly out here with other people, playing games and feigning sympathy. Rapper's backstage disaster. Allow me to take you back to the start. The news that Remy had been spending a few weeks hanging out with underground battle rappers and that Remy Ma and Papa's ostensibly perfect marriage had fallen apart startled the entertainment industry. Last year, Papoose's public humiliation was entirely the mastermind's fault. His distaste and disdain for everything was shocking to everyone when the equipment was used, and the scan was just the beginning. Insiders revealed even more startling information after Papoose finally came out. Rooney had a polymorphous relationship a few months later. Just a few days before his outburst and decision to destroy everything, Remy had been enjoying life with a new wife and child. On social media, especially on July 4th, she shared purported screenshots and receipts, alleging Papoose was involved in the altercation with an unfriendly news writer who wasn't a reporter. Notwithstanding the fact that his name was dragged through the gutter, Papoose addressed the matter with honor and dignity. A decent man keeps quiet and focuses on his life. Giving up private remarks made by Papo and Claressa during their affair with boxing champion Claressa Shields isn't going above and beyond. The remarks revealed everything, including the purportedly abrasive phone call Papo made to Claressa while she was still residing in her house. Everyone was enthralled when this world champion and female boxer also revealed this color. They truly had difficulty earning a living, and the effects of the Time Sweetheart file were more catastrophic than anyone could have imagined. The girl who usually makes people win just by looking at her is Remy Ma. Astonished, Remy decided to speak with someone who, upon hearing my voice, abruptly hung up. When she brought her championship trophy back, she was as thrilled as a W boss. Claressa Shields responded with a flawless clap for Renee. Her argument swiftly moved from Instagram to Twitter, prompting everyone to get popcorn as a result of her comments. Everyone was wondering how a woman with two lovers could be dissatisfied with a man who was just warming up when she was knocked out by an SK fighter because she only had one girlfriend and was active on social media. Before she replied to Remy for vulgarity on social media, she was in total chaos. She wrote, "I think it's ridiculous that a 45-year-old lady would act like this. The behavior of the text is quite bizarre. Act because you're irate, resentful, and trying to make yourself appear awful. You can't bully me." Leah looks dumb as retaliation for losing the combat. CACS corrects her dubious retort. "Since I'm not yet 45 and you're just 29, I'll simply say that you're not developing into a fine wine, honey." Together with a declaration of a loving connection, your lover's flowers also contain a request. This time, Clara, he didn't even answer his phone since he was utilizing his side piece. After a little back and forth, everyone is on guard.
And then you have the coverage of, who you're dating, your personal life, beef with rappers and all.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I have to be honest, social media is not a real place. People who create stuff all the time, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I guess with it, you having all these followers, and then stardom comes hate and all that different type of stuff. But only thing I've noticed is that people are very intimidated by natural black women.
So you're saying it's not true?
Is what true?
Is all the whole Remy and Pat situation, none of it was true?
I don't have nothing to do with that. I have been open in all my relationships that I've had. All of them.
This has made a story because Pat.
I don't even know nothing about that.
But I'm just saying that's why it's being made a story is because
I am 29, so how can I know about any of that? Let's just be honest. So this is what I'm saying. When I'm ready to announce who I'm with, I will do that. But till then, everything else is just speculation, and the internet, once again, is not a real place.
Papoose's brother commended him for remaining calm and dignified in the face of Remy's alleged alliances and behind-the-scenes dealings with other rappers. Though he wasn't playing around, Kirk Frost chose to plunge straight into the drama he was creating. Just when we believed the flames couldn't get much hotter, something happened. He did not intend to hide anything from those of you who had read a detailed account of this burning catastrophe, and I can tell you that he had receipts. The dissolution of Remy and Papoose's seemingly perfect marriage rocked the entertainment industry last year, but that was only the start of this complex affair. Dramatization, honey. Rumors circulated a few weeks after the explosion that Remy was responsible for Pippo's public humiliation, despite her efforts to play the innocent victim. Rest assured, the incident was only the beginning. This individual was apparently skulking around with Easy, an underground fight rapper, and get this tea. Several months later, sources said that Remy was in the same social circles as Papoose and purportedly in a committed relationship with another rapper, Bad. This, regrettably, led to yet another response. In order to live his life with a new woman, Papoose should go out. Remy lost his mind and ruined everything like it was July 4th. According to her, Papoose had been having an affair and had shared alleged documents and photos on social media a few days earlier, but the man handled the situation politely. Grace, like a good gentleman, remained silent and focused on his future, avoiding insults and leaking any tea. Papoose has been going all out lately since he had an affair with boxing champion Claressa Shields and revealed their private conversations. Remy informed them that Papoose had apparently fallen asleep during a phone call, and they were all astonished when Claressa, who still lives under her roof, showed contempt. "This girl is supposed to be a world champion boxer, baby," she continued and hung up, since everyone was familiar with Remy Ma. "This honey got into an argument with someone who fights professionally after hearing my voice. Believe me, my love, she wasn't joking." Social media went crazy when Claressa Shields returned all of her title belts with the precision of a professional fighter's knockout blow. Even though Claressa was only warming up, everyone was curious about how a woman like her managed to do it. She swiftly transferred her few free Instagram postings to Twitter, where her lewd remarks caused everyone to gasp. The dirty results were incomprehensible to anyone. Her early boss mentality has made her the girl who always makes people uneasy just by looking at her. "Popcorn, you continued to make advances on me even though I'm not 45, saying things like, 'I begged your spouse to buy you gifts and flowers over the phone, but he didn't answer.' People with two lovers may find this 45-year-old woman's ridiculous clowning conduct annoying when a man only has one. Stop making yourself appear foolish by making phony comments on social media. You are not Remy." After a month of silence while he was working on his side project this week, everyone's alarms went off. "Honey, you're not aging my fine line. I've filed for divorce multiple times because I've moved on, and I have to label Remy a narcissist since she lacks maturity and prefers to manipulate Chase on social media." Interviewing 15,135 and 1,529, Papoose broke his silence in the most dramatic way imaginable after deciding that enough was enough. Although it's all very ironic, the drama train keeps getting off course. As Frog put it, the double standards in this situation are more obvious than a fire alarm. He was absolutely right. For no other reason than that Remy is a woman, why is everyone ignoring her? Theo would be requesting his head on a platter when little Scrappy would anticipate it if he were to entice her out here and carry out half of the offenses Remy has accused her of on social media.
A few weeks before our battle, hit me and holler. You knew already. I know he up there trying to play victim and all of that shit, but the nigga knew. He knew 2 years ago. We don't like it. He knew. He knew. And I'm gonna tell you how he knew. So you mean, so how he knew is that y'all that y'all think that's so thorough, he put a recording device in Remy's car. So how he knew is he was bugging her fucking car. So like that's how they knew that he's a weirdo. He bugged the car, and you couldn't really hear me on the other side, but you could hear her talking to me. So that's how he knew. And it's not cat. I got all the proof. So if someone he say it's cat, I'm gonna show you all the proof. I'm keeping $1 here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, like that. So I'm gonna say I was under everything that basically niggas that already split up.
Even though Papoose handled everything on social media with composure and elegance, it's clear that this divorce needs to be resolved quickly. Remy's unwillingness to acknowledge that he was content with someone else led to his erratic actions and revelation of his situation. The bond between Papoose and Remy has already soured, which is unfortunate, but let's be honest, Remy bears a huge portion of the guilt for this situation. The Claressa because Shields acknowledged that for a marriage to be successful, both partners must be dedicated. Beyond followers aren't holding back when expressing their thoughts on atonement. Because this is such a glaring issue. Who is to blame for Remy's wish to go on with someone else now that everything is public? According to some detractors, Remy is bitter and won't let Papoose go because she publicly ridiculed him. For trying to play the innocent, Remy was reprimanded by Frost. The way this whole situation is playing out is seriously hurting the organization. Although she had a world champion, she was suspected of having an affair with the battle rapper, which is typical of someone who finds it unacceptable to see their ex-partner pursuing more ambitious goals. Remy's behavior is a perfect example of what some ex-partners do when they see their spouse develop new abilities and improve. According to Joy, the media's charges of infidelity against the following is an illustration of the pot calling the kettle black. Look, everything is fine. Injuries take center stage, and the truth is more powerful than any headline. She was unfair because she was allegedly behaving similarly. The development of toxic relationships during Pride Evio is illustrated by this example. Ray's decision to post private material on social media instead of in private, despite the fact that these receipts are clear, has turned what should have been a private matter into that. It's becoming increasingly clear that sometimes the best thing you can do for your physical and emotional health is to let go. Throughout the drama, Pooh seems to be trying to move on with his life. The extent to which their one-deal alliance has deteriorated is demonstrated by the full-fledged entertainment spectacle, which puts fans and other celebrities front and center. Remy is a wonderful illustration of how relationships can work because of her actions, which suggest that she is still holding on. Breakdown, and the way the public reacted to her behavior shows how approaches to handling clearly unmanageable circumstances have evolved. We are here to reveal every last detail because, given the current circumstances, we are keeping a close eye on what could turn out to be the year's biggest celebrity drama. Relationship issues don't seem to be going away anytime soon, so check in for today's hot tea and get notifications for any future transactions.